If you watch videos just to get a break from your own mind, this video's for you because that's not rest, that's relief. And if this video ends and you're right back in your mind, there's a reason your system won't let you power down. You're not physically tired, you mentally just never turn off. You're not a physical insomniac. You function, you sleep, you get through your day, but mentally you never fully power down. Your mind is constantly analyzing, replaying, or anticipating. Essentially, you're a mental insomniac. Even when you sit down to relax, maybe watch some TV, start scrolling on your phone, or listen to a podcast, your mind is still occupied. That's not rest, it's relief. It's the closest thing to rest you can tolerate because it gives you a break from your own thinking without requiring you to fully be in your body. Real rest is just being there. No tasks, no input, no distractions. But for someone who learned early that thinking equals safety, rest feels risky. Rest removes the guardrails. So when you're busy planning, solving, or producing, your cognition is acting like a buffer. It's keeping sensation at a distance. But when you stop moving, the buffer drops. And when the buffer drops, sensation rises. Unprocessed grief, old shame, need, or uncertainty start coming to the surface. The quiet question in the back of your mind is, who am I if I'm not doing something? And beneath that is the fear. If I let these emotions surface, I lose control. If I lose control, everything collapses. Your relationships, your responsibilities, your identity. And if everything collapses, who holds it together? For a lot of you, hyper responsibility became survival. You learned that if you don't hold it together, no one will. So rest doesn't just feel uncomfortable, it feels irresponsible. It feels like you're letting something slip, so you keep moving. Not because you're ambitious, but because emotion feels safer than surrender. If you're outwardly responsible, but inwardly exhausted, you should stick around. This channel is built for people who function well, but sense something deeper is a little bit off. Why healing feels stuck. This is where things get really frustrating for people. You can read the books, you can go to therapy, you can understand your patterns, but your nervous system watches what you do. It doesn't really care what you think or say. It needs that experience. So if every time stillness shows up, you're buffering with distraction, your system learns you're still not safe enough to feel. So it doesn't update because it updates through experience, not analysis. So every time you choose scrolling over sensation, you're not failing, but you are reinforcing an old pattern. You're just confirming the old prediction. Being in my body is dangerous, so the symptoms stay. And now you have the original issue plus the frustration of knowing better. The thing is, you know it cognitively. You don't know it in your bones. And your bones update through lived contact, not insight. So here's something to experiment with this week. Just take 5 minutes and remove any inputs you might have. So no TV, no scroll, no distractions. And just sit there and notice what comes up within you. Is there this rush of energy, this urgency? Do you notice that you're thinking about all these responsibilities you need to take care of later? We're just seeing, we're just bringing a childlike curiosity to the moment of what happens to you inside of you when you try to sit down and actually rest. And if you can just even stand it for a few seconds, that's okay. We're just trying to give your body and your experience new information. So play with that this week and tell us how your experience goes. Very curious to see what comes up for you, if it shifts anything, and how you might experience the rest of your day after sitting with that for a few minutes. Now, here's the key. The solution isn't to try to rest harder. That's ridiculous. It's to increase your capacity to stay with what shows up when you do try to rest. Because if stillness feels like exposure, capacity is what makes that exposure usable. And in the next video, we're going to break down nervous system capacity, the range where discomfort becomes usable instead of overwhelming. Because without capacity, rest will always feel unsafe. So until then, keep trusting your gut, keep trusting your intuition. See ya.